this whole side is where the t-shirt display goes. There are 3 different racks. We're going to hang the t-shirts from the hangers on the very top rack from their actual hooks. And then on the lower racks, we're going to just drape them behind, and you'll see exactly what I mean in a second. So I just pulled out all of the t-shirts. They're already on hangers in one of these boxes. These are all of the ones that need to be displayed. And there's this handy stool for you to stand on. Make sure to pop out the wings on the stool when you stand on it. Yeah. Otherwise it's not stable. And what I mean by that is this bit can get kind of punched in, and then you need to make sure that it's really pulled all the way out before you stand on it. Safety first. So I'm going to stand on this and hang the t-shirts. These are twistable, so the ones that go on the top, you're going to want to twist them like this. And just stand up here and do this. And then tuck the t-shirt behind the rod. So as you can see, I've hung 3 across so far. However many you hang across is going to depend on the inventory of shirts you have and how many different designs you have on any given weekend, and that tends to fluctuate depending on what we have in stock. So right now I'm doing 3 across. I might add, depending on how many we've got here, I might add a 4th, or I might add some down the side. But the important thing to notice is that the 2nd and 3rd rows, we're not actually using the hanger hook. We're actually just folding the t-shirt on the hanger over, like so that we're just seeing the design and we're not wasting a lot of space with the hanger. And then I'm continuing to tuck them behind. And this sometimes takes a little bit of fluffing just to make it look all right. Sometimes when you first put it over, it doesn't look that great. So just kind of have to fluff things as needed. So I'm going to show you one more time. What I'm going to do with this last shirt is I'm just going to take it on the hanger and fold it over. And I'm going to try to keep the sleeves kind of somewhat nice looking. And then, so you can see I've got 4 extra designs that aren't hung here. So then it's just kind of a game of figuring out what looks nice. So what I like to do is take designs that are particularly amusing to customers. We tend to know some of our designs are a little bit more snappy and tend to draw people into the booth more. So something that you find personally funny, or something that you like hear from us, either the bike sled or the Let's Go Grow Mold Together or the You're In for Big Surprise t-shirt, tend to be big hits with people who are walking by. So we like to hang them on the end. This does not work if it's raining, so just take note, this plan does not work if there's any precipitation. But what I'll do is I'll sometimes hang a couple on the end, like this, and I'll use these clamps that are available at the end to clip into. And then we'll include some duct tape or some extra clamps in the green duffel bag. And you can just use a little bit of tape to just sort of tape it back here so that it looks nice, and you can just kind of mess with it until it looks good. One last place where you can hang t-shirts that don't fit onto the rack is up here, which you may need a stool to do. I will in most cases, but right now I feel like I can reach okay. That's a bit of a stretch. And then I just try to make sure that the designs are showing clearly on both t-shirts. If there's 2 up here, you can hang 1, you can hang 2, you can even try to squeeze 3 up here if you need to. So this is just for the purposes of showing the final setup that we went with in this moment. Again, I would tuck these t-shirts in on the end with some duct tape just to make them look a little cleaner so they're not hanging over the other t-shirts. And actually maybe move all of these down slightly. Yeah, we might scoot everything down a little bit, but you can see this is just an example of how we might set up the rods on any given day. Okay, so next thing we're going to do is we're actually going to spread the t-shirts on the table in their folded format. And this is another opportunity for a little bit of merchandising and putting the popular designs out near where people can see as they're just walking by. For the purposes of convenience right now, I'll just grab the closest ones to me. And we like to put 3 stacks of t-shirts, 3 different designs on the end. These are not necessarily the t-shirts I would choose, although this one is a big hit, and so is that one. So we would take 3 stacks like this, and then I would kind of turn the corner on the table and begin to stack them like this. And this is of course the same design as that, which is duplicitous, but here we go.
Which we wouldn't do.
Right, we wouldn't do that.
There's just not enough room.
So I'm not going to bring out all the designs for the purposes of this video, but we basically go stack, stack, stack all the way down the table. And then the last thing we do to display t-shirts, and this is a sort of optional step, if you're running short on time you can cut it, is to take 1 of each t-shirt and fold it nicely and drape it from the table. what I like to do is, again, just grab a piece of duct tape, which I don't have in my hands right now, and just tape it to the table so that if someone comes along and moves the stack, it doesn't fall on the ground and get dirty, because we can't sell dirty t-shirts. So I will show you what that looks like. So here you can get the basic idea of what I'm referring to by draping. And you'll notice that there isn't a spot for you to drape the ones that are in the back, but you can use this little spot here for some of those. So I might just even tuck one of each of these here. Again, the bike slut t-shirt and the mold t-shirt and a couple of the others are super popular and draw people into the booth.